Hart, what's your morning routine look like these days?
I mean, a little bit different nowadays, obviously being a father. But usually I pop into my son's room on the wake up, throw a toy in there, throw a little bit of toy in there because daddy needs 8 minutes because AJ DeBonce is going to the cup, okay? And it's in slow mo. So daddy needs 8 minutes. I'll be back. You play with that. I'll be back. If you do you want to watch? No, you shouldn't. No, too early for screen time. I'll be back. And then I go lock in.
Yeah, I'm a big wake up, out of bed, brush your teeth, shower, come downstairs guy than it used to be like kiss my daughter. It used to be like make breakfast. Now it's Daddy Needs 8 minutes.
Yeah.
BYU Uncut episode 3 just dropped. And by the way, comment section, we see you, okay? This made Carter and I's weekend. We obviously were already watching this video, but we came back to it at the end of the weekend and just scrolled through the YouTube comments on BYU men's basketball's latest uncut summer workouts behind the scenes video. And when I say that this just, I don't know, flattered us, I am underselling it quite a bit. I want to shout out a couple of the people that commented this. The top comment on this video is from Trevor, who says, I don't even need to look at Sleeper's page anymore to know if they put out a new episode. I just check BYU's page and I know they'll do a reaction vid and I'm here for it. Ashton said, ring, ring, Sleepers, we got them. BYU Uncut just dropped. There's like, no joke, 11 more comments shouting out Sleepers in the response to this. And the fact that we have become associated with BYU content in a way is really awesome. It warms my heart a little bit because I am going to love covering this basketball team card. Let's get into the video. BYU Uncut, episode 3, the third version of this behind the scenes summer workout series. I don't know how many more of these are coming. I don't want to doubt the BYU content team because they could probably put out 20 more episodes of Dom Diamande playing video games and we would still make videos about it. But this one definitely had a different vibe, different connotation to it than the previous two of like, this is the end of summer. This is the end of 8 weeks. Let's kind of celebrate this last practice behind the scenes. So I don't know if this is it for the behind the scenes summer series that they're doing or not. But if it is, it felt like a pretty strong series finale. What are your takeaways from episode 3 of this?
Yeah, well, if it is the finale, I had a great time with this series. It was a great ride. This was the type of thing too, just to throw this out there. Old me, I throw it on the phone, right? Like maybe like waking up on the throw it. No, this one is let's head downstairs, fire up YouTube, and it's on the recommended videos too. I don't even got to search it, so it was very, very nice. Clicked on it right on the homepage there. But I mean, I think you got a lot of good stuff. Obviously, I feel like a theme of a lot of these uncut videos is you get really good basketball footage. Like we see a lot of, media teams across the country who refuse to give actual basketball footage of their team doing things. So I very much appreciate that, seeing a little bit of every player doing this. A couple of my massive takeaways. I love that when they hit threes, especially not when Moo hits a three, instead of boom, everyone just in the gym is moo.
Mhm.
Love that. Need a cow suit section at Marriott Center just for that in particular. Obviously, you get some great AJ Devonta stuff in this film. He's just he has all the tools and obviously all the talent in the world to be one of the best players in the country. Like, and sometimes you see it in like the way he's just able to get to the basket. He's got like he had the one move where he kind of like sized Richie up and went to the left and like was like fading left and had a couple and ones. Love the and one execution by him and coaching staff too, by the way. That's really good stuff. And then you got the classic, end of summer wrap up part here where you get KY kind of talking about how they made adjustments from what they were doing at the start of the summer and kind of what they want to do. And I think that was my biggest takeaway is I love the whole like 'cause you get a lot of coach speak, right? But I love the actual talk about how look, I know I got he basically like I know I got guys, I know y'all can rock. I'm gonna let y'all rock. If y'all do this defensive principles, check management, we'll figure everything else out. But like everyone just rock, play your game, play off 2 feet, and we are going to beat people because we are talented. We got guys. I'm looking at Rob Wright, Richie Saunders, AD Devonta right now. All these guys on the team play off 2 feet and go rock, and that's something that I think these players are going to enjoy. I also think it's why people want to actually go to BYU because it is this style of basketball. And yeah, I think it's going to be extremely exciting.
Yeah, more of the same for me. I'm pumped to watch this team. The basketball, the on-court basketball stuff is by far the most exciting part of this team, but I do feel like it gets lost with how much off-the-court personality this group has. Like we saw the Rob Wright Twitch stuff earlier this summer. Obviously, DeBonce's everywhere. He literally put up a tweet over the weekend of him with a certificate for best bowler, I believe, or like best, I don't know, he won some sort of award from a bowling night. Richie Saunders, we interviewed him. He's a great interview, fun kid, fun personality. There's just a lot to like off the court with this group, but it's always going to come back to how special this team is on the court and the collection of talent they have and how deep they are and just the different looks they can provide you, the athleticism, the shooting, the size. I'm just in. I'm so excited to watch this. I'm ready for the season to get here. I also feel like this Uncut series has progressed in a fun way this summer where I feel like they have a formula, like the same way you and I, after years of doing this, have come up with a formulaic approach to our podcast episodes, where it's like,
Mhm.
okay, we're gonna click record, we're gonna banter for 5 minutes, and then we're gonna do some comments, and then we're gonna do some segments, and then we're gonna end it. We have a formula. BYU's uncut behind the scenes formula right now feels like, okay, 45 seconds of KY speaking to a huddle about big picture approach, then 4 minutes of basketball with zero music, zero commentary. You can hear every squeak, every ball bounce that there is. And then like maybe 1 to 2 clips where you hear AJ DeBonce's personality or see like a Poppy DeBonce moment. And then end with the belt, right? The formula always ends with who gets the belt. In this video, he decided to honor the managers at the end of this video, which feels appropriate. Kind of why I said there's some season finale vibes to this,
Mhm.
because it's like, okay, the summer's over. Let's appreciate all the behind the scenes guys for all they've done this summer to get our team where it's at after 8 weeks. I would like to ask you this. Do you think Kevin Young could name any of the managers?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Are you sure?
Positive, yes.
Because would have been a little easy to just actually name them. Instead, it was like, do we have the managers here? It felt like he was actually looking like, do we? Can anyone tell me if the managers are here? And then someone was like, yeah, they're right here, coach. And then like five guys stood up, and KY was like, here you go, here's the
Hey,
belt.
please respect my guy KY. He knows all the managers by name.
He's an NBA guy, man. The staffs are big when you're an NBA guy. Can't
True.
know the janitors when you're an NBA GM
That's facts.
type. Um, can I unveil a KY impression for the first time on the channel?
Wow. I didn't know we were getting. Is this a season finale version of this?
Why don't we want to put it through the lens of like Kevin Young if he was the Sleepers podcast head coach?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, guys. So we've had a great summer. We've really put a lot of work in, and I think we should be proud of how many episodes we've dropped. And let's finish strong. Let's finish strong, guys, because today we're gonna have an episode. We're gonna do some shorts, and we'll get a nice bite to eat at the end. We'll get some barbecue. That'll be fun. And let's just go out, leave it all out there on the floor, play for each other. If we do that, we're in a good spot, man. We're in a good spot, man. So let's go have a good episode, all right? That's all it is. Because that's all Kevin Young is every time he talks.
And then ending bell. All right. And you know what? End of the summer, JK. Bring it in.
Yeah.
JK. Here's the bell.
Where's where's the social guy? Is the social guy here? Okay. All right. Belt. Um KY's that's just who KY is, isn't it? He's just very monotone and kind of slow talking and about the basketball, isn't it?
Yeah. You forgot to add a big part of his talking though. He adds a K to the end of everything.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. We're gonna go out here. We're gonna play off 2 feet. Okay. All right. We got. Hey, way to knock that down. Okay. Play off 2 feet. Be on your principles. Okay. And then we're gonna have some barbecue after this. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
BYU. Okay.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, KY. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I'm expecting anymore, but like every time they do like the here's 60 seconds of Kevin Young thing, I think I'm kind of just I don't know. It's not that I don't like it, but it's just very like it's almost like he's like the cut scene in the video game. You ever played like career mode in 2K and
Yeah.
or GTA even takes you to the cutscene where there's just like a simulated pre-recorded thing. Feels
Mhm.
like he's a character somebody wrote who just says the generic thing at all times.
Yeah, the thing is, I pretty much have blocked out all KY things since like the second episode of Uncut, where he told AJ to pinpoint that there's no one on the corner and just go rock when you catch a rebound. I blocked out everything he said. That's all I needed for this summer from him.
Yeah, I get it. I get, and again, I think he's a basketball genius. I think he's like a great offensive X's and O's guru, clearly. Um, honestly, comp for me coaching wise, I think he might be little Ben Johnson, Detroit Lions offensive coordinator turned head coach guy for me.
Don't ruin this for me.
But I think he's like just great mind, smart, schematic guy that is maybe not the guy you need to mic up to lead the locker room necessarily.
Okay. Well, hopefully he's not a slimy, backstabbing snake.
Also, well, Ben Johnson took a villain arc and started like kind of being performative for the
But
cameras.
well, that's the thing. I want KY to remain true.
Yeah,
Ben Johnson is what I like to call around my parts fake demon.
right. I don't want to see Kevin Young villain arc just yet. Unless
All right.
it might be kind of fun.
Okay, I will say this. I think BYU's chances of winning a title go up if we got a little KY like chippiness.
Yeah.
And like I'm not saying like handshake type thing, like blow by or anything like that, but maybe like a little bit of I don't know, something. Like he tells AJ to go dunk that shit at the end of the game and looks at the other coach like, yeah, KY.
I don't think he's just wired like that. I think he's just like a good guy that's kind of laid back and again, genius, right? I think he's a top 10 coach in the sport right now, arguably. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of would like to see the villain arc edge as well. I feel like you and I have talked about this with a lot of up and coming head coaches in the last 5 years. We begged for this with Matt Painter 2 years ago, right? We were like, you got to go from nice guy to killer head coach. And I think Painter did do that for what it's worth. He kind of started changing the way he acts a little bit, carrying himself a little different. I wonder if that's coming down the line for KY, who's still very new to this. Year two as a head coach, and everything he's done has been impeccable. But other than that, I'm just gonna have to keep workshopping my very monotone KY impression for a couple weeks. Other things from this video, what else? On the court stuff, anything jump out to you, player specific or anything from this basketball wise?
Um,
They
I
had
thought
the
there was some
lineups
great.
again. My starting lineup was together again.
Were they?
We had Rob Wright, Moo, Davis, Richie Saunders, AJ DeBonson, Xavier State.
Yeah, I feel like we've seen a lot of good stuff from Staten. I like the Moo cameos in this one as well. I feel like he's been talked about a lot, right? Even like Rothstein's talked about what he can bring. That stuff that Trotter did on him as Isaac Trotter did on him with the defensive end stuff, I thought was great. So it was good to see him do that. If he's going to be that guy to be a two-way guy, knock down shots, makes his BYU team really good. Um, I think you got your classic stuff. I love the Debanza stuff in this one, obviously. And small little tidbit here. You know they did that little competitive shooting thing at the end. I love the group that was the competitive shooters.
Me too.
It was AJ, it was Rob, and it was Richie,
Yep.
who I want it made very clear. I do think deserve special treatment. I do think they deserve like if they're flying Delta, whatever flights, that group's in first class. Whoever has a good week of practice, they can be in Delta Comfort Plus, and then throw everybody else in economy.
I am okay with that as well. I feel like most of the team might be okay with that as well right now, except Richie. Richie doesn't travel with the team.
Richie like piles in his RV with the family and like heads.
Richie literally books his own just a coach flight with his family. That's all it
Like the
is.
wife and I got the companion ticket, so we'll meet you guys there.
Yeah, we're fine. Moo, you can have the first class seat. You're fine. I'm gonna go with wife. Too good of a guy, man. Yeah, and he comes from potato money, right? So who really needs first class?
Big Ida Bucks.
Big potato out there is taking care of Richie Rich for sure. Yeah, I love that too. I also love that you and I notice every little intricacy of these videos. Like, if there's any combination at any point that stands out, you and I will find it. And I had a note on that as well. I so I thought one thing drill wise that I really liked, they were doing the rebounding drill. And I've never seen a rebounding drill done this way, but it looked like whoever got the rebound got to be the shooter immediately on the next rep. And I love that. And I'm so
Special.
mad I didn't think of that when I coached.
Special. I would have been such a more special rebounder.
Right. If every time you win a rebound drill, you get to shoot the three on the next rep, every single guy is going to go for that. I thought that was
Would have
genius.
died for that board.
I thought that was absolutely genius. And yeah, I enjoyed again. I liked seeing my starting lineup. I think that's very clearly BYU's best lineup until we get Kebaketa back. Although I kind of hinted at this on a previous video. From what I am seeing from Staten in these videos, I don't think you should be shocked if he ends up more impactful than Keita this year. Not saying he's going to be the starter or anything like that, but I think missing an entire summer is a factor. I don't think that's a good thing for this team that had to develop all this chemistry with all these new faces. Like it or not, Staten is going to have chemistry with Rob Wright now. Like, we are seeing every single video, we're seeing Staten catch oops and kind of just soar over smaller centers. I think his catch radius is enormous. I think he looks the part, man. He was very close to just being a five-star center, highly regarded kid. We know his rim protection's elite. I would be really, really stunned if he's not an impact player, whether that's the first big off the bench or whether that's the starting center in March. I don't know. But I do know this. I think getting all these reps with the other four starters is massive for Staten and his chances of having a role on this team. He looks great. But I liked, so they went from that lineup that looked killer. They went from that lineup to late in this video, they had AJ and Richie split up. Did you catch the couple clips of AJ and Richie going at it?
I did, and I love it.
What'd you think of it?
Uh, I think that if things go according to plan, we don't want Richie checking certain players.
There were a couple moments in this of AJ saying, "That's the guy, right?"
That's the- there's a couple. I feel like when he cooks some, he's like, "Y'all need to get Richard off me." It ain't Richie at that point. Like, please switch, Richard.
So from the interview we did with Richie, go watch it on the channel, humble brag, but we did like 20 minutes, Riley and I interviewing Richie Saunders last week, and it's up on the channel now. He's a competitive dude. And I don't feel like I have a great sense for AJ DeBonce's competitive gene yet. Like, I know what it was through the prep level. Obviously, he's a killer. But I don't know. Some of the times, even at the prep level where he was mic'd up, it almost felt like kind of comedic in nature. You know, he was always doing a lot of extra stuff. And like Richie Saunders, to me, is just like a no nonsense, one of the most competitive individuals there is. And then DeBonsa is kind of like a lot of nonsense competitive individual. And this clip for me is the first time this summer BYU has shared anything of these two in like a one-on-one situation. And for these clips to basically be AJ saucing up Richie, I found that really interesting. And I almost expected when they played the first clip after AJ gets him, I thought we would get one immediately after of Richie getting him back. We didn't really get that. Not that that means anything. Richie's great, but I found it interesting because I would have framed this as like in any setting where it's Richie versus AJ. Coming into the summer, I would have honestly said advantage Richie. He's a killer and he gets what that means. And AJ's kind of probably just like, yeah, whatever. But like in this clip, I thought there was a hint of like, I'm gonna go kill him. This is star versus star. You don't want none of this, Richie. And ultimately, I don't think Richie does want any of AJ DeBonsa one-on-one on an island ever again.
Yeah. Also, I wasn't thinking that coming into the summer either.
You
That
weren't?
Crazy, crazy. I knew I love Richie. He never wanted any of that.
I mean, I'm talking like not defensively. I'm talking just overall. Like, I think Richie is wired like the type of guy that is like he's number one wing in the country, right? Number one pick, check ball. I want
Yeah,
that,
which is massive for BYU too, by the way.
which is why
Like,
we love Richie.
which is
But
why we love Richie. Like, don't let this set dude come in here and cakewalk through summer, basically.
right,
Um, but also, if you are gonna ask for that, this is what comes with it. That's a bad man.
because that's the number one pick, and
Yeah.
that's
So
that
like
was the clip that was like, okay, yeah, number one pick him.
you asked for it, and here it is. Here it is. He left, fading left, going like to the left. Like, yeah, it's a different level move.
I think that was a moment, is all I'm saying. I don't think that was just nothing. I think that was like the two alphas on this team, sort of for the first time this summer that's been shared publicly, having a little moment. And AJ DeMonsa said, let's have this dance.
Right. Which is exactly why we can't be in the gym. I did see someone say that we need on-site react. No, it's not gonna work.
Yeah. To the people
Because
that are
I
like, please, somebody send sleepers out, get them for this. Yeah, if we were witnesses of that move, we both would have been on the floor screaming, cussing.
yeah, screaming and one to top our lungs. Like that's exactly why we can't be in that spot.
Yeah, diced potatoes. That's what I would have been yelling the entire time. So
Diced potatoes is crazy.
just saying. Uh what else? I feel like I had one more thing on this.
He's a hash
Maybe.
brown, AJ. He's a hash brown.
Good Lord, man.
Buy him.
Can we formally announce that we are going to Provo officially though?
Yes.
Even though it's not official yet.
Yeah,
But
it's basically official.
and we need to thank, there's like 11 different people that have reached out trying to get us to Provo. So thank you to all of them. We have like a couple people offer to let us stay certain places. And I think we are going to try and actually coordinate one of those. But it has been verbally, formally agreed upon. Carter and I are making a trip to Provo before the end of this basketball season. We want to go in football season, though, right? Isn't that the plan?
I would like to see if I could, what I'm saying? I feel like that'd be good to get the full experience, hit a football game, hit basketball game as well. Yeah, get the full Provo experience.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know. I think the schedule doesn't work out that way to let us do both right now. It's like we'd have to choose a football game and try and get to like a basketball practice, which would still be great, but
Yeah, but I want to see it back. I want to see a game in the Marriott Center,
right.
respectfully.
I want to get greedy for sure.
Let's get greedy,
Let's
please.
get a little greedy. Also, if anyone from BYU basketball is reading this, because you got to assume at this point, like the BYU people that have the YouTube studio account that control BYU basketball's YouTube, they got to be like reading the comments on this, being like, what the hell is sleepers? You know, like if 90% of the comments on one of our videos was just like, go Cougars, I'd be like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
So,
Well, and that's my last ask. I'd love that everyone make sure they add the media to the comments because, like, if like the sleepers fantasy people get to go to Provo on behalf of us because of a miscommunication, I'm gonna be hurt.
yeah, I guess here's my physical, verbal ass shaking. I'm talking to you, BYU basketball. And if you want me to talk to you in my Kevin Young voice, I can. But let's do something. Let's do something, sleepers, with BYU basketball in a semi formal capacity. I don't know what that is. Like, send us to a game, put us in like some blue courtside seats or something, put us in the upper deck, even. I don't care. Let us blue collar our way through this thing. We'll wear physical blue collars to this if needed. But I don't know. Let us make some like formal content on behalf of BYU basketball this year. That's my ask.
Yeah, if it wasn't such a sacred thing, I would ask to be Cosmo for a game. But I'll settle for just tickets.
You could be well no, you couldn't, you don't have the dance moves to be Cosmo.
That's so beyond
You've seen the
disrespectful.
clips, man. Those hips are crazy.
Yeah, well, yeah, true. Cosmo's a different breed.
Yeah, like he does backflips.
He does do backflips. We don't want me doing backflips.
No.
I can do a front flip.
No, you can't.
Or like a no, not what is it? Like a handspring.
You
Is
can
that
do
what
it.
that is? Like where you put your hands down and do a front flip?
So a cartwheel?
No, but it's an actual like flipping motion. Like I
You can do a somersault?
no, it's a handspring. You ever done gymnastics?
I think I need to see this like now. Can I get a handspring from you right now?
My ceiling's too low.
How low is your ceiling?
Like I'm touching my ceiling right now and I'm sitting down.
You are not touching your ceiling right now. We still can't see.
No, look at my ceiling. My ceiling is right here. If I go all the way back here, can you see my ceiling?
Like back where the light is, yeah.
Oh, all right.
Oh, that I mean that's a bar. That's not the ceiling.
I was dead ass about to do a little handstand, but what if I kick my ceiling?
I feel like it'd only be good for the content if you did.
Think
Let me get the handspring.
I can't. I need space for the handspring.
Let's put something on the line here. Okay, wait. So if you successfully do a handspring right now in a basement that's way too small for you to do a handspring, BYU will make a Final Four run this year. This is on behalf of BYU fans. This is your attempt at getting BYU to the promised land. Can you do a handspring? Can you get BYU to a Final Four?
Swear if I break something in my basement, I'm gonna be on the streets. I'm gonna really need to
It's
go
all
to
right.
Provo.
Provo will reimburse it.
Okay, ready? Oh no! Here we go. Oh, I just kicked my ceiling.
So
I
you
can't
can't do
do it.
this. You can't
I
do it.
all right, relax.
I mean, pretty clearly through two attempts, you can't do this.
Ready?
That was not. That was a shitty
Because
cartwheel.
I'm scared I'm gonna kick my ceiling.
Oh man, BYU fans, I'm sorry, but now you have
No,
someone to blame when the
no,
season
tune
goes
into the
awry.
channel. I'm going outside after this and I'm gonna record myself doing it.
Well, guys, we had a really good attempt at a cartwheel there. Okay, okay. We're gonna go get some barbecue. Okay.